All right.
Yo, you was tripping.
All right. Make sure you hit it. Make sure you hit it and you get it right. If you don't hit it,
wait.
Whoa. You took it way too long.
Hold on. Wait. Dog, I heard you say something that I don't move my head, bro. I watched you fight several times. You do not move your noggin, bro. You get hit with clean, flush shots.
What about you?
Bro, it's boxing. We're gonna get hit. But you was trying to make it seem
like you just proved my point.
No, but listen, I'm not finished talking. But you try to make it seem like I just get hit all crazy and all. But watch this. On fight night, make sure you be ready. And like I said, bro, I'm not going.
You said that Boots is basically a weight bully. That all his time at 147, a lot of his success, you seem to imply, that was because he was bigger than a lot of these guys. Why do you believe that?
He was. I mean, look at Stanionis. Look at all the guys that he faced at 47. He was way bigger, way more athletic than all these guys. And they go in there thinking or knowing, okay, like, once it hit me, I don't want to get hit no more. That's it, you know? And you got a guy that is as big as you, is as athletic as you, and is as hungry as you. It's all a different story.
You disagree?
Most definitely. The bigger they are, the harder they fall every time. And like I said, he gonna see on fight night for sure. And like I said, I took my head off to him. But June 27th, Bucks come back home with me, guaranteed.
All right. I told you. That was the last time we'll touch him.
I'll touch him again.
All right. Last time you see him, it's close. It's going to be this.
I'm going to take them regardless. Right. Guaranteed. Straight like that.
I'm glad you think that way. That's the way you got to think.
I know.
That's the way you got to think.
It's not the way I know.
That's the way the last guy thought. That's the way the guy before that
those
thought.
guys. Stop comparing me to them guys. I'm not that. I don't fight nothing like them guys.
All right.
And like I said before, I would have fought them same two guys he just fought. The whole world would be bashing me.
Yeah.
For sure. That's how you know I'm at a different level. And I'm going to show them there's really levels to this boxing game. Like I said, a solid fighter. Solid fighter for sure. Getting better, but I'm just be too much for him. All this is going to be too much for him. It's too much. It's peer-reviewed.
What do you mean all this?
Everything. All this stuff is going to be too much for you.
I've done it before.
That's cool. It's different when you put it doing with somebody else that's bigger and better.
Bigger?
Yep.
Isn't it the same thing if I've done it before?
No, it's
if
different.
I've done it before. If I've done it before, I'll do it again, right?
No,
if you land on the moon once, you can land on the moon twice.
No, it's different. It's different when you're doing somebody that's bigger and know what they're doing. It's a whole different thing.
So you're saying that the guys before didn't know what they were doing?
What are you talking about? What you say?
You said that it's different when somebody knows what they're doing. So the guys before didn't know what they were doing?
I'm telling you that this doing too much for you, basically, and that's how I feel. If it's not too much, that's good for you.
That's good for you. And I'm glad you think that way.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you
too much for you.
I'm glad that you think it's going to be too much.
Good.
Same way, 2 or 3 guys have thought the same thing.
I'm not those guys. Stop comparing those guys.
Right.
2 different styles, 3, 4 different, whatever you comparing to.
Perfect.
Don't fight nothing like them guys.
Perfect. And I don't fight nothing like the guys you fought before either.
Okay. I've seen your style before.
Okay.
Plenty of times.
All right.
It's nothing I've ever seen before.
Okay. There's nothing I've never seen before either. I'm glad
you think that's good.
Right? We're fighters for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
We fight all the styles.
We're going to see.
Style they put in front of you.
We're going to see.
Because let's take it back to the amateurs. Back in the amateur days, there's no training camp. You prepare for whoever was in the division and you run through them. So you saw every style. So at the end of the day,
exactly.
It's what we've been used to. We're used to this thing.
I'm glad you know that.
We can think it's too early, but we can't say it's too early when he's already a 2-time world champion. It's not too early. It's not too early because
that's just a question. That
no. Let me finish. Let me finish. If he's fighting for 2 times world champion already, what if he go for the 3rd one and he gets beat? Then he misses a big money fight with Boots instead of going on and taking this fight. You understand me? So it's like so many times we get cheated out of fights because guys try to wait till the fight simmers or gets to where it needs to be, then or wait till they think one guy's ready. No, if you're a 2-time world champion across the board already, you're ready. If you're not ready, you shouldn't have got them 2 titles if you weren't ready. So if you got 2 titles, I don't want to hear that you're not ready. You better be ready because you're 2-time world champion. You got 2 of the belts in the weight class. Everybody in the weight class want that. So your behind better be ready. Boots is looking for the opportunity to shine his light. And Xander is a guy, like you say, that you can't let hit you repeatedly with the same shot or you won't be around long. So Boots gonna get on his game. I'm sure he's gonna tighten up and get on his A game because he know he has an A opponent. So I think the fight is perfect. I think it's the perfect time for the fight because the winner of this fight is gonna be something special.
Listen, remember when I tell you this, Xander Zayas is going to get humiliated when he fights Boots. Jerron Boots Ennis. He's going to get humiliated. I'm telling you, there's levels, and you will all see there are levels. Boots is going to dismantle Xander Zayas. Yes, Xander Zayas is a great fighter, but he's nowhere near or on the level of Boots at all. He's just not. And people will see that. Remember this. Remember this video. Come back to this video after the fight. He's going to destroy Xander Zayas. Xander should have took another fight, a couple of fights before jumping into this. Because you got to remember, when they face all these other guys and they're winning and beating them up and knocking them out, they gain confidence. And ain't nothing wrong with that. They gain confidence, but what happens is they get too confident. Then they bite off more than they can chew. And Xander Zayas is biting off more than he can chew. He ain't even going to be able to chew. He ain't going to be able to do none of that. Because Boots is about to grind him up. I'm telling you. Watch.
I'm gonna be there. I already talked to Max Room, and yes, I'm gonna be there. It's a great fight. Can't wait. Xander Zayas looks big and strong, and he's got the heart. He's got the hunger. So I think it'll be a very, very competitive fight. Prediction. I could try to predict Boots, but it's not gonna be easy.
Do you think he has avoided those big fights, or do you think the stars just haven't aligned for him?
Well, it took him 35 fights to become unified. Took me 23. If you see his first 23 fights, he was fighting guys that were trying to pay a child support. I was fighting guys trying to win, trying to dethrone me, trying to get me away from my goals and what I wanted to accomplish. So I don't know if stars wasn't aligning for him or if he was avoiding those guys. But at 23, I'm his biggest challenge. He's 28. At 23, what was he doing? Hiding in Philly?
I'm telling you that right now.
Okay. Is it just because it's not an interesting
why would
fight?
Yeah, it's not an interesting fight. And why do I want to pay for another belt? I'm already paying for this joint. Why do I want to go fight for another belt that I got to pay for? If they're going to give it to me for free, then I'll fight Ray Mortaia. But if they want to give me that belt for free, then I ain't fighting him. Also, he got an IBF belt. That means I got to worry about weight the day and
No, when you unify,
it's not that?
Correct. That's why
I still want to pay for another belt, so it don't matter. So tell him, do something about that, and then we can probably fight.
Well, I was not even like focused on Devin. Like, with all due respect to Devin, like me and him had our beef at 135 when we was actually the same weight class. After that, I beat Teal. Now it's like shit. My campaign mainly is like 140, 135. Yes, I would fight Conor Ben because for me, I think Conor Ben is like, it's just like a big bag to go get. Like, you want to go get a big bag, go to fucking Conor Ben. He's easy. But my thing with them is like, damn, I'm doing my thing. Now y'all just go on every platform. Shakur. It's like, god damn, y'all so obsessed with me. Like, leave me alone. I'll just go about my business. But now look, you called on something and y'all just fiending for it. So now let's do it. Now I want to show now, like, I'm home.
Are there actual negotiations going on for that fight, or is it just what we're seeing, kind of the back and forth on socials?
It's real negotiations.
How close are we to that fight? We
should be. I don't know. We'll see. Only thing that's like really like is a hold up, and the main thing is Keyshawn is #1 for his belt. So one thing that I'm not going to do, Keyshawn's my brother. I love him like with all my heart. I'm not going to step on any toes just to get a big bag. Like, it's not like, oh,
no. If I was talking, listen, if your dad was out here talking like I'm talking, I'd tell my son to fuck you up too.
No father figure, you got a partner, nigga. We gonna talk some good ish, man, on early. Let's get it, dog. Oh, hold on. They playing games. I did this live and I created it and they instantly turned it yellow instead of monetizing it for green. I'm told y'all, man, when you talk about certain people, bruh, you know, if I talk about Vergil, if I talk about Oscar De La Fula, nigga, you know, they demonetize or they limit the ass that I can earn. Real talk. And now, you know, when I'm getting on Shakun, I'm getting on Ennis in one video, but y'all know what it is, man. We gonna pop some shit, man. Shout out to all the guys that was drafted last night. I seen a lot of fathers at the draft last night. That was an observation. A lot of these young men had fathers. They have fathers. Shout out to them. Their mothers and fathers was there. Shout out to all the fathers. So I was love seeing that at the draft. Everybody father was there. A lot of those young men are changing, their family lives. They're changing their lives. But we're going to talk about Boots and people getting in their feelings about Boots, about his resume. Oh, CJ, you a hater. Oh, you just talking about Boots' resume. It's better than Xander. Xander's 23 years old. Compare 23-year-old Boots' resume to Xander resume. Man, Boots was fighting niggas fighting for child support. That was fighting to pay child.
Do you think he has avoided those big fights, or do you think the stars just haven't aligned for him?
Well, it took him 35 fights to become unified. Took me 23. If you see his first 23 fights, he was fighting guys that were trying to pay a child support. I was fighting guys trying to win, trying to dethrone me, trying to get me away from my goals and what I wanted to accomplish. So I don't know if stars wasn't aligning for him or if he was avoiding those guys. But at 23, I'm his biggest challenge. He's 28. At 23, what was he doing? Hiding in Philly?
Shout out to Edge War Eternal. I don't know, man. But yeah, man. So it's this whole debate, everybody, the eye test, and we're gonna talk about the Rehydration boys. We're gonna talk about that at Vergil Ortiz. So but let's talk about Boots and then we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, you got the Rehydration boys. But with Boots, everybody is looking at Boots and they like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, he passed the eye test. And the eye test amongst this generation has been tricking people for a long time. Adrian Broner tricked people with the eye test. Keith Thurman tricked people with the eye test. Earl Spence tricked people with the eye test. And you got to know what you're looking at when you start to ask these questions. Now, I don't mean that Boots won't end up being a phenomenal. It doesn't mean that Boots won't end up being a phenomenal talent. But you got to ask yourself, his first step up fight is coming against a 23-year-old fighter, right? His first step up fight is coming versus a 23-year-old fighter. And, Boots is 29 years old, bro. Think about that for a minute. Boots is 29 years old, and his first step-up fight is coming versus a 23-year-old fighter. He be 29 sometime this week, pretty soon. His step-up is coming versus a 23-year-old fighter. And when you start kind of asking questions why, you start really digging and asking questions. Had Boots been 25, I don't even think we having this conversation. What are they hiding? Come on, this was a decorated amateur. Why was he hiding out so long? And people will get mad and say, well, CJ is hating on his resume. Your mother is black, CJ, and you hating on his resume and all this type of stuff. And I'm not hating on his resume. His resume is his resume. He hasn't fought anybody. Real Vila, a lot of people thought he lost to Rashidi Ellis, respectfully. A lot of people had Rashidi Ellis winning that fight. So, you look at Kieran Turkachan. He turned around and got his Chan. He lost to some dude in the UK. It was controversial, but guess what? The dude that Kieran Turkachan lost to, who was it, Patty Donovan or Patty K. Baker's man? The guy that he lost to, he ain't no world beater. Boots haven't even have he hasn't even had a late effect with his resumes. All the guys that he beat, they done nothing after losing the Boots. Sergey Lipias did nothing after losing the Boots. He played by Patty Donovan. Karen Turkachan has done nothing, and you would think Karen Turkachan would have tried to catch lightning in a bottle, and he would have tried to get in there with Norman. He tried to get in there with Devin Haney. That's what you would think. You'd think he'd be trying to get in a blender with those guys and really parlay that. He fought Patty Donovan. I ain't knocking it was for a title eliminator. So I guess he did do what he was supposed to do, and he came up short. So guess what? He struggled with a dude who lost to Patty Donovan, who got dropped by Patty Donovan. Boots dropped him. Patty Donovan dropped him. Real Monvila got stopped in 3 rounds in his very next fight. So it's not even like he going to beat these guys and then, they turning out to be world beaters. You know what I'm saying? He's not beating these guys, and these guys are like, oh damn, he went on to become a world champion. Stayonis, where Stayonis was at? He was on the bench before he fought brother Boots. He was on the bench after he fought brother Boots. So it's not even like he fought guys that went on to be really good champions or really good fighters. They went on to done absolutely nothing. So when people go and say, well, it's too early for Xander, if you saying it's premature for a guy with a title. And and the thing is this, and nobody asked this question. Why is he picking Jaron Boots Ennis? What has he seen? I mean, let's keep it fair. He also called out what's the dude's name? Sebastian Fondor. He also called out Sebastian Fondor. Let's not forget that Fondor ducked the fade. Let's give Boots a round of applause. Let's give Boots a round of applause for actually taking this fight. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let's give him credit for that, because brother Sebastian Fondor ducked this whole fight. Now we got to ask each other why, because it's just not like, okay, well, Xander, we got to ask each other why. It's not like Xander, isn't, how can I say this? It's not like Xander and Boots are just fighting. Like, Xander literally went to go fight Sebastian Fondor, and Fondor said no. So what do Xander and what do Fondor know that we don't know? You got to ask yourself that. Sebastian Fondor gave up his belt. He gave up his belt not to fight Xander Zayas. So with Boots fans are super confident, and let me say this respectfully to the Boots fans, I was with y'all. I agree with y'all. I was like, man, he about to watch Xander. This shit about to be easy work. Then my boys from Philly was like, I don't like this fight. No, you need to go, kind of do your homework. And I did my homework. I said, I can see why you don't like this fight. And the more you look at Boots from, when you really just watching film, or you kind of know what you're watching, you see why Xander picked Boots. Boots got a lot of holes in this game. Defensively, he's horrible. They training him to be this unorthodox fighter. And I mean unorthodox, I don't mean righty lefty. I mean, he got his hands down. He don't like to fight behind his jab. And let me say this, if Boots fight behind his jab, it ain't no way Xander gonna win this fight. If Boots fights a conventional behind the jab, behind speed, use just this box, Xander, he don't have a chance. But Boots don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Boots don't do that. Boots don't do that. Boots like to jump in with hooks, jump in with uppercuts, and like I said before, jump in with hard shots, and then he like to, when he catch you with his speed and with his power, then he like to get busy. But the thing about when Boots get busy, when he jump in with his hooks and his right hands, a lot of guys the guys he been fighting, they ball up. They don't know how to control the distance. He throw them hooks, they just ball up, and then he able to put them on their heels, and he attacks them, he beat them up. See, that's what Xander talk about, where Boots is really good in the loud moments, but in the quiet moments when you boxing them and you turn it, man, nigga Earl look terrible. This nigga Earl look terrible. This nigga look terrible, dog. Earl about to get knocked the fuck out, bro. That nigga look terrible. I'm sorry, it just popped up my screen. Man, this nigga about to, man, nigga got shot, pussy nigga got shot and ran to the ground. If I get shot, I'ma let it jam in my hand. This nigga look. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. I just popped up on my feed. He looks shitty. He looks shitty like the boo-boo coming out of baby's ass. Shitty. You know, but yeah. But yeah, that's what he mean. You know, Boost is not defensive responsible, and neither was really Roy. You know, he was unconventional too, but you start seeing his hands always down. We started digging a little bit deeper. Y'all see the video tonight where I clipped it from the other day. We started digging a little bit deeper. Like, he don't have more championship round experience than Xander. The eye test is a motherfucker. I say that the eye test is a motherfucker, man. I've been tricked by the eye test before. So, that's why PBC fighters, man, you see that they not built the right way. When you don't have proper matchmaking and know how to challenge fighters and get proper sparring and proper fights, PBC matchmake away from the weaknesses of their fighters. So it's like, basically, if you train your son to be a scholar. Let's stop using sports as the in that comparison. You train your son to be a scholar. He weak in math, but y'all avoid math. Y'all just keep working on science. You're gonna need that math. So y'all got to work at math. A lot of PBC match make the same way. They know they guys are weak. They're weak against southpaw. So guess what? They never put them in there with a southpaw. We just gonna avoid southpaws until they fight us. So they have to fight a southpaw, and then it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Let's drop the belt. Let's duck the fade. Let's. Oh, we gotta fight them. Come remember, PBC. They paid Peter Quillen to drop his belt. His career was never the same. Nobody talk about their shortcomings. His career was never the same. So, like I said, when people they go with conventional thought and they go, well, Boots is a great fighter. He's done nothing. He's literally beat nobody as good as Xander. He's literally fought nobody as big, as strong, as talented as Xander Zayas. He's literally fought nobody. I mean, and no disrespect to nobody in his resume, but people saying, like, based on what do y'all feel confident about? Because he looked fast, he looked strong. He looked fast, he looked strong. Look, who is he looking fast or strong against? One thing you notice about Bud, whether it was, Felix Diaz wasn't good enough, John Molina wasn't good enough, British Prescott wasn't good enough, Ricky Burns, who was Ricky Burns, and this, that, and the third, and then, he stepped up. Whether it was Kavalaskis, whether it was Sean Porter, whether it was Madrimov, whether it was Errol Spence, whoever it was, whether it was Jeff Horn, he stepped it up. Boots is 29 years old. Somebody tries to say, well, who did Bud fighting? Who did Bud? Man, you can't compare Boots' resume to Bud. Are you at any point? When Boots fought British Prescott when he was a virtual unknown, that's better than anything Bud did. Boots did right now. Bud stepping up on short notice to fight British Prescott in 5 pounds. That's even Boots holds a world title. Was he unified? That's something Boots have never fought a fighter as good as British Prescott. As dangerous as British Prescott. And I just let you know because y'all don't know nothing about boxing. Niggas don't know shit about boxing, and it's sad. Y'all just, boo, he looked fast. Man, how many times have y'all seen the guy look fast and look great? Who has he beat? Nobody can argue, can answer that question. And people say, well, Xander ain't did this, and Xander ain't did that. Is that Xander 23 years old? You can arguably say Patrick Chisora is better than anybody that Boots fought on his resume. Patrick Teixeira took a title. He won a legit title. Well, it was vacant, but he beat Carlos Adames. He beat Carlos Adames for that 154-pound title. He beat Carlos Adames for that title. The same Adames that put hands, foots, and toes on Hazmat Shiraz but lost, but got robbed, or it was a draw. He got robbed. I mean, who did Riemann Vila beat? Only thing Sergey Lipiets and Jerron Boots Ennis ever did was get the benefit of the IBF to make them strip Bud. People said, well, he dropped his belt because Bud had the IBF at 140 and they gave it to Sergey Lipiets. Boots ain't want that smoke, bruh. Boots ain't want that smoke, man. Look at his resume. 29. He be 29 this week. He'll be 29 years old. It's the eye test. It's the eye test. I'm telling y'all, resumes matter. Experience matter. When we dig into the real experience of this particular fight, when we dig into the real experience of this particular fight, bro, it really boils down. You know, it really boils down to the shit that matter. Championship rounds. Boots been 12 twice, and both of them was against Kieran Charkachin. He'll be 29. He'll be 29 Friday. If he was such a good fighter, right, and they have such belief in him, you got to ask yourself, why is he stepping up at 29 years old? His best fight is Xander. Even if he beats Xander, does that solidify him? I'm asking the question for the kind. Beating Xander, the way they say, well, Xander's not ready, or Xander's ass, Xander's this, Xander that. Beating Xander, what does that do? Xander was a fake title holder, or he ain't beat no. Okay, if Boots win, Xander his best win. That still ain't shit by y'all measurements. And after the fight, it's gonna be, oh, Xander was a great fighter. It still don't answer no questions about Boots, at least on paper, because y'all saying Xander's not that good. Oh, it's too soon for Xander, so it still ain't a 50-50 fight. Boots still a overwhelming favorite. All right, he's still an overwhelming favorite. So he still ain't been in a 50-50 fight. There's still questions about Boots. But I'll be right back.
Corey, get down. Stop playing with me. You know how he get down. Okay. You know how he get down. Hold on. You know how he get down. You know how he get down. So stop playing. You know how that little dude get down, and you know that dude ain't turning down no fades. You know how that dude get down. You know how that dude get down. Now, like you said, since you talking all that shit, when he moved up to get that WBC mandated, you niggas should have took the fight. If he getting the WBC mandated, you niggas ran out the division. That's what you should have did. You talking all that shit, he went above your head because you niggas tried to lowball him. When he went up there to get what he deserved, you niggas bounced. Now, them is facts. He went, I don't give a fuck if he fought for one belt. He wanted to fight. That's why he went for the mandate, to get the money, to get his respect. You niggas was trying to disrespect him based off what the fuck you niggas did. You niggas ain't got nothing to do with that man. You niggas always trying to worry about what another nigga doing. He didn't don't worry about what the fuck you did. Nigga, he said, nigga, you go respect me. And he went above you niggas' head to get that, and you niggas bounced. Fuck that. He didn't need all them fucking belts. If he cared about Undisputed, he would have stayed at 130 and did it. He didn't give a fuck about that. He wanted to fight Devin Haney. That's what he wanted.
Wasn't enough? Still don't want to fight? Damn, Shakur, and added Shakur.
Who said what?
Devin Haney, his latest tweet an hour ago. 144 wasn't enough. Still don't want to fight? Damn. And added Shakur Stevenson. Shakur hasn't replied yet.
Oh, so he said 144 ain't enough to make the fight. You want to do something else?
Yeah, I'm assuming that he probably wants some type of rehydration clause.
All right, my bad, y'all. I had to go to the door. But yeah, you know, so if he beats Xander, let's keep it a thigh wow. If he beats Xander, what does it mean? He wasn't in the 50-50 fight, right? Xander was a nobody. Xander wasn't good. Who did Xander beat? Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. So even if he wins Saturday night, he's supposed to win. And I wanted to say this. What really makes you an established fighter, or what really makes you a really good fighter? What makes you a really good fighter is winning fights that you're not supposed to win. That's what really establishes you. Winning, you know, I feel like the criteria is winning fights you're not supposed to win, underdog fights, winning 50-50 fights, winning fights that the public want to see. Even if you know I'm gonna whoop this nigga out, but you win it, but the public think it's close. That's what makes you a great fighter. It's not, oh, I look fast, I can punch, or I knocked out this many tomato cans, or I did this. Yeah, oh, cool. Berlanga was doing the same shit. Berlanga and Boots got this damn near the same resume. Berlanga resume might be better right now. But, I mean, coming up, Boots was doing the same thing Berlanga was doing. Berlanga just was on TV. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it a beam. Berlanga was just on TV. So even if Boots win, and he went easy, it's still questions. Ain't no questions been answered. If he went easy, what questions was answered? You beat a 23-year-old kid you were supposed to beat. Like I said, the only reward for this fight is that he get 2 belts. And I'm not saying it's not a bad reward. You get 2 belts. But does that make him pound for beating Xander? No. Does that make him a superstar for beating Xander? No. No, it doesn't. You know, and unfortunately, he's in a disadvantage because there's no big fights for him. There's no big fights. He did all that waiting, all that slow matchmaking. Where do he go get money at right now? Fondor can't sell popcorn at a baseball game. He can't sell peanuts at a baseball game. So where does he go get the big money fight at? Vergil Ortiz can't sell neither. You go to 160, ain't shit shaking at 160. The trees ain't even shaking. Them bitches is dead. So he did all that waiting to do what? He can fight Fondor and beat him. He can beat Xander. He can beat Vergil Ortiz. And guess what? At that point, in my book, you know, even the halfway point, he beat Xander, he beat Fondor or Vergil Ortiz. Yeah, he solidified. In this weak ass pound for pound climate, he deserved to be in there and at the top, damn near at the top. But if he beat Xander, you know, he beat Fondor and those guys, they ain't make him a star. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, especially fighting behind a paywall. You go to 160, beat the Peds out of Genovic, beat Lara. Diamond's gone. I mean, it's nothing there. You can't get Jamal. Well, Jamal ain't there. Probably ain't gonna get Jamil. Ain't gonna get Earl. Ain't gonna get. And even if he get all those guys, I mean, Earl is the best fight for him to make that jump, a semi jump. But it's crazy, dog, because you did all that matchmaking. Ain't no money there. But it's validity there, and I think, you know, Bernard was similar to that. Bernard, you know, lost to Roy, ended up, you know, getting the title, you know, reigning, and you know, eventually Oscar moved up, and eventually Felix moved up, and you know, then he had to fight with Jermaine Taylor, and then it was pretty much he was like, you know, Pavlik, Tarver. He started to really bank his longevity, banked his celebrity in boxing. He, you know, his longevity and his consistency, you know what I mean? But like I said before, people gonna say, oh man, you hate you at me. This Xander fight does nothing for his career. You give him 2 belts, you know, but as far as commercial appeal, they put it behind the paywall for once. Nobody know who the fuck neither one of these dudes are. The Puerto Ricans know Xander. You know, but in general, like I said, he ain't fought nobody. And, you know, you can point, oh, Xander ain't fought no, but Xander's 6 years younger than this nigga, bro. Xander's 23 years old. You comparing a motherfucker that's 30 years old, 29 come Friday, to a 23-year-old. There should be a significant gap. There should be a significant gap in resume, and it's not. It's not a significant gap, bro. It's not a significant gap in resume, bro. Y'all can bitch and complain all you want to, but I'm telling the truth. Boots has never he's never been to the 7th, 8th, or 9th round outside of going to 12 2 times with Karen Churkachin, and I believe the 10th round was Rio Monvila. Boots have never seen 7, 8, 9, 9th round. His fights have never seen them rounds outside of the 3 championship rounds that it went through with Vila and the 2 with Karen Churkachin. I bullshit you not. I clipped it. You'll see it tonight. I clipped that part of the last stream. No, when you start talking about that, experience matters, bro. I'm not one of these dudes, you know, with a microphone who ain't scared to put their pick on the line, right or wrong. When you start to look, you start to ask questions. A guy that's this, oh, he's same talent as Terrence Crawford. Okay, why is this nigga having his first semi step up versus a 23-year-old at 29 years old? And nobody can answer, and Philly can answer me that question. Was there a promotional holdup? I don't think so. With 35 fights, and he turned pro in 2016, so he got 35 fights in the last 10 years. That's it. That's a lot more than a lot of these other fighters. Answer me that. Look, bro. I bullshit you not, man. 12, 10, and 12. That's it. He's never seen double-digit rounds outside of those 3 fights, bro. He's never seen double-digit rounds. He's never seen double-digit rounds. 3 times. He's not outside of those 3 times. He's never seen 7. He's never seen 8. He's never seen the 9th round. And it's not like, oh, in the 12th round, he was like Super Mario on the beam. No, I'm telling y'all, man, they hiding something, man. Don't hide that pussy. Provide that pussy. Don't, man. Y'all like Xander's crap, man. I don't know. When you start to look at the resume and the ilk of what he fought, this nigga's resume is trash. Nobody on this resume has went on to do anything. They ain't went to be a Toys R Us kid. These niggas ain't went to be a successful fighter. Nathan, what up, these goofy ass Ennis fans? You can't even break down boxable because they high off that booty piss. And it's true. They don't scare me. They can't trick me up. They can't trick me off the internet. They can demonetize the video. I'm still gonna say, I said what I said. Then Bossman D-Lo said, Richard Hisson's all. Shit. Yeah, you could say that. His resume is still better than Boots. You see Abdullah Mason's defense. Yeah, about that, man. I might be in Cleveland that night. I don't know, man. The boy's sick over here. I took him to the vet today. That's why I was off. So I got him some medicine and shit. So hopefully if he started to bounce back, I'll probably be in Cleveland for that fight. If not, I ain't gonna leave him though. He started to get better and shit. I think I don't know, nigga sleep right now. So I had to give him his medicine and he got some shit I had to give him. So hopefully if he doing better, I'll probably be in Cleveland for that fight. But Albert Bill is a hella Toledo fighter, bro. That's a dangerous fight, bro. Unless they pay Albert Bell to lay down, it's a and it's gonna cook Zayas. Toughest fight at 54 is okay, cool. Let's see. We'll see. Y'all tell me it's going. If he don't cook that nigga, even if he win by an inch, I don't want to hear nothing from y'all niggas, bro. I ain't trying to hear nothing from y'all. Nigga just make a lot of mistakes, dog. I'm telling y'all. I'm not saying Xander don't, but the nigga make a lot. Hey, look here. If he can't get to point A to point Z and shock Xander early, dog, if it gets to 7th, 8th, 9th round, bro, man, it's gonna get ugly in that bitch, dog. It's gonna get ugly in that bitch, dog. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, if he can shock Xander with his speed and power and get a couple knockouts or shock him early, which I think very may well could happen. If he shock him early, but if Xander get distance early, dog, and he start boxing and he gets boot speed down pat, it's just gonna get ugly, man. Remember Bubba Sparks had that song Ugly. He said called himself the cat. These niggas just be mimicking what they hear Floyd say, and that's nothing new. Muhammad Ali said this how Ray Robinson used to do it. Muhammad Ali was a huge Ray Robinson, and he used to fight like Ray Robinson, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't no cash cow. Niggas just be saying what they heard Floyd say. All these niggas sound like Floyd. These boys can't beat me. That's all they do is sound like knockoffs of Floyd. Zayas is 23 unified champion. Your age ain't nothing but a number. If he ain't nothing but that, why wasn't Boots a unified champion at 23? If age ain't nothing but a number and getting the belt wasn't nothing but a thing, why can't Boots ain't do it? Why he ain't do it? Boots was at 100. Didn't he start off? No, he started off at welterweight. Him and Gary Anton Russell ain't doing shit. Both of them niggas, they might as well go. When Boots get sparked this weekend, they might as well go on and fight each other. Both of them niggas trash as hell. They had all this promising amateurs, and they ain't did shit in the pros. This nigga Gary Anton Russell was an undercard nigga with a title. It's crazy. Damn, your film study got me picking Xander, man. I told you I'll go to the Patreon, bro. Hey, man, I was sounding like the rest of these Boots niggas, man. I promise you I was. So my boy from Philly was like, man, go watch the film, bro. He said, I don't like this fight for Boots. And I'm like, man, this nigga a Boots fan. I'm like, man, nigga, I was just gonna come on here, Boots gonna beat his. I wasn't gonna do no film study to my boy. He put me hip. And I'm like, damn. I was like, he said, just go watch the film. So I went to go watch it. I said, oh, I see. That's why it's always different from the reality of watching the. And then once you watch the film and then you put the resume in with the film, you add the resume up. You like, damn, I see what these niggas was hiding. I see why they was moving. And then there's rumors that he can't take a punch. I seen a video on Bruce Vang shit where he got dropped. There's rumors that the family got the chin of poets. That was my favorite boxing line. Custom model. Floyd Patterson's a great fighter, but he got the chin of a poet. Philly boxing channel's gonna shut down and boost. I can't stand them niggas, dog. I swear to God, I ain't mad at it, man. I love when brothers support city support brothers. I ain't even knocking. I'm just, they fans irritating, but I would be too. Karen been a hell of a, and I ain't trying to hear that, nigga. Please find door, drop the belt. Yeah, dropped it. He dropped it because he didn't want to fight Xander. I mean, maybe these niggas know something. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you when I really started looking at Xander different. The real talk. What really made me, other than my boy from Philly saying that, when I seen him do that interview on the radio station, I'm like, that's a big ass motherfucker. Like, I didn't know he was that big, no, did he? If I go by, say, it Boots and I say this: if Boots don't start off fast and establish dominance early, if he do, it don't matter how far it go, he gonna cook him. Unless Xander is get some result, but if the quicker Xander is able to find distance, if he able to create distance and able to create space and catch Boots coming in, the tide tips in his favor. But I say this, I said this on the film study. I say Boots Hart had some success. I believe it was the second Karen fight when he started fighting behind the jab. When he started using the jab and tagging Karen, bro, he could have knocked Karen out. But Boots liked to jump in with his left, with his hooks, if Boots fought more behind the jab, I would probably be picking Boots. If Boots fight behind the jab, I mean, and he can outbox Xander, it's a wrap. But when Xander say Boots is flat-footed, he definitely is. Boots is a flat-footed fighter. Boots' footwork is terrible. But Boots, I say this, Boots punch, I'm gonna say it's terrible. Boots feet work. He's looking to land power shots. That's why his feet is always planted. He's looking to land power. So Boots ain't looking in there to box with you. He ain't looking to use his jab, cut a rug up. Boots is looking to punish you with power. So that's the difference with Boots. Boots is looking to punch through you. Boots' flat stance is indication that he's looking for power. You know what I'm saying? So, so I think that's by design. You still hating on my boy, celebrate brother, but man, we supposed to be brothers. Juice Lee salute. Said Boots stopping out, and I'm being okay with gender is basic as hell. Sometimes basic all it take, bro. You don't, sometimes basic all it, especially when you fight somebody who jump in with hooks and uppercuts and they don't have no defense. Sometimes you just need textbook style. Sometimes that's all you need to beat a motherfucker. You don't need special effects. Guess what? Bernard Hopkins ain't had no special effects. He from Philly. He beat motherfucker. He was a technician. He beat niggas from being a technician. This ain't no Roy Jones right here, bro. Sometimes you can beat a motherfucker with a 1-2. I seen George Groves beat Chris Eubanks with a jab, my nigga. I seen Joe Joyce stop Daniel Boyce with a jab. Just with a jab. He stopped him with a jab. I seen Gennady Golovkin beat who was it, Curtis Stevens? No, it was David Lemieux. He beat him with a jab. Basic 1-2 jab. The basics of mastering the basics of boxing, that's the real mastery. That's the real shit. Just because you think as a nigga fast and he quick and he got power, show me who he was fast and quick over. None of these dudes. Stanionis can't box like Xander Zayas. Lima Bean can't box like Xander Zayas. He can't. Think about it. And this is a guy that Top Rank has as their ace since Keyshawn Davis fell off. Boots in 8. I mean, I want y'all to come back here. Maybe he will get him out of 8. Maybe get him out there in 1. Zoo is man, nigga. Y'all, man, y'all. It's funny how Americans talk about how bad Tim Zoo is, and then they prop up Earl Spence. Earl Spence and Tim Zoo, there's not a talent gap there. I keep telling y'all niggas that, man. Earl Spence is not that much better than Tim Zoo. That's just let y'all know how they brainwashed y'all ass. They really brainwashed y'all with Brandon and Mark. Earl Spence is not that. I've been saying it for years. Adula and Bell gonna be interested. Man, they probably paid Bell to sit down. Brother Bass is ass. Okay, brother Bass is ass. What about Lima? What about Amanda Stanionis? He lost to a washed Thomas Delorme. Karen Chuckergen just lost to Patty Donovan. Real Mon Villa got stopped by a nigga in 3 rounds right after he fought Boots. So what about them? What about them being ass? The one thing everybody can agree is Boots is way more exciting than Debo. You can be more exciting. You exciting versus 35 fucking vagabonds. 35 nobodies. And when Debo Dev came knocking at Jerron Ennis' door, what did he do? Scram. Pussy nigga got shot. He scrammed. Nobody ever talks about that. When T.O. came knocking that pump faking, knocking that Boots' door, he shook the spot. He shook the spot. Like, tell me if I'm lying. That should tell you a lot. When Devin said, oh, yeah, I'll fight him, who the fuck is he beat? Oh, man, I can't make the weight no more. T.O. came, I can't make the weight no more. These niggas know something behind the scenes we don't. I'm saying that that's why Boots might seem like, I'm going to say that for after the fight. Fuck me and him being 23. He got 2 belts. Boots, come on, man. Stanionis is not better than T-shirts. Stanionis has never beat somebody as good as Carlos Adames, bro. He lost they robbed that Delorme versus Stanionis, bro. Literally robbed Thomas Delorme in that fight. Delorme easily whooped Stanionis. He outboxed Stanionis and they gave that win to Stanionis. What are we talking about? Stanionis' best win was versus Razhab Batuev. I'll give him that. What the fuck has he done? Come on. He lost this Delorme fight. Go back and watch that fight. He lost it, bro. Stanionis is, let me be quiet. It is. Believe what you want to believe. Will you give him credit? No, I won't give him credit if he wins. I'm still going to hate. I can see you hating. I'll be like, he got the win, but he ain't a pound for pound fight. This don't solidify Boots. The fuck did he beat? He beat a 23-year-old with 2 belts. I'll give him credit. Okay, good win. But does that mean, he pound for pound? No. He finally beat somebody with a fucking post. Tank said he wants Devin in the streets. Man, shit. Nigga can't even spell streets. You think Devin be ready for it? We gonna get there. Beating Xander is a step in the right direction. He still exactly. That nigga finally stepping in the name of the right direction. Step in the name of universe. No. Y'all saying Xander ain't beat nobody. So how did you beat somebody if he ain't beat nobody? Don't sit here. Oh man, Boots the greatest because you beat Xander. No, y'all said Xander was ass. Boots gonna end up fighting the winner. Nah, Jamel fighting the winner of Zoo and Ennis. That's already been said. Boots is completely where he want to be. They knew his limitations. That's why he was an email champion at 47. I peeped how they moved him early. They did. I mean, guess how they moved him? No cap. This is how they moved him.
Do you think he has avoided those big fights, or do you think the stars just haven't aligned for him?
Well, it took him 35 fights to become unified. Took me 23. If you see his first 23 fights, he was fighting guys that were trying to pay a child support.
Do you think he has avoided those big fights, or do you think the stars just haven't aligned for him?
Well, it took him 35 fights to become unified. Took me 23. If you see his first 23 fights, he was fighting guys that were trying to pay a child support. I was fighting guys trying.
does the fight play
I'm knocking him out.
You think so?
Imagine that. I was beating you up since you was a kid.
Oh my God.
Whoa, I didn't know about this. What happened?
Sparring?
First time I sparred Keyshawn, I told Shakur, he's a little pup. We sparred, and I beat him up in Mike Reed gym.
That's a true story?
Keyshawn.
That's a true story.
It's true. He been whipping my ass since a little kid.
Nah. What's the truth?
Since a little kid. Yeah, that's true.
What's the real truth?
It started beating me up, right?
True,
That's
bro.
what you said to
Let me tell you what is true though.
What
Remember how every time we used to spar,
Bro.
how the fuck every time we spar, Shakur gotta hype you up, gang?
Yo, another question. Yo, why you said I was scared to spar you? If I'm sparring,
He ain't deny that shit though.
No.
Now one thing he denied though. Pete.
He didn't deny it?
But he been fucking me up in spar though.
Deny what? You dumb.
He didn't
Keyshawn
deny.
beating me up.
I
And
never
then
said
Shakur,
I beat you up.
no. He said
I
Shakur
never
had
said
to.
that.
He said no. This is why I had to clear.
I'm saying
He said
that.
Shakur had to hype me up to spar him. When I was sparring Shakur Endless, and Shakur's better than him. So why the fuck would I have to? Shakur would have to hype me up to spar a guy he's better than him. I'm sparring Shakur Endless rounds. That makes sense.
I want you to come back March.
I'm gonna take your belt because you know you're not better than me.
You're gonna get fucked
In
up.
March.
And you can't take a punch. I promise you can't take a punch.
And I know somebody you really scared of.
Who?
In March.
Really scared of.
Who?
It don't matter. Hey, next year, 2026, I'm fucking your boy up.
Ever.
I've never been dropped ever in my life. I've never been dropped.
Facts.
He said the same.
Facts.
Ask Keyshawn. Have he ever been dropped?
Keisha, have you been dropped? Have you been dropped? By him?
Have you been dropped? Yeah, I've been dropped, man. I've been dropped. I got
Absolutely, that interests me. It's funny how he's saying this now, but you can go look at some interviews literally right before our last fight, and there was plenty of times where they say, "Would you fight Brian Norman Jr.?" and he kept saying, "No, no, no." Would you do it for a title eliminator? No. The only way he would do it is, of course, if he has to, pretty much. So now, or whatever. Of course, I'm a quiet man. I don't do nothing until I do my interviews or something. So of course, he gonna go on the internet and try to go slap crazy or whatever. But I just fought on his card, and I had the best fight on his card in his city. I'm the only one that scored a knockdown, not even a knockout. I'm the only one that scored a knockdown on his card. So that says it right there. I'm here to handle business. I ain't here to do the internet talking. So he can have all that kind of stuff. I'm here to do the real business with the businessman.
Yeah, because he later went on Instagram Live and he was kind of crashing out on Instagram Live and he was sort of going at Haney and he said, "Oh, they picked Norman Jr. because he sucks and this and that." Like, I don't know if you had a chance to see that or have any response for what Keyshawn was saying there.
Yeah, I seen all of that. I mean, that's what he is. He'll crash out. I mean, he can't control himself. You know what I'm saying? With the whole now here Albright situation, just because he beat up your brother, you gonna crash out on him or whatever. Like, what's up with it? You know what I'm saying? He just a crash out. He don't know how to control himself. So I mean, if he's serious about business or whatever, of course, I'm right here.
Yeah, like you know, you obviously want to be a world champion, but you make an exception for someone like Keyshawn who hasn't got, you know, obviously a world title.
That could be my way to the world title.
Okay, be a good fight.
No, absolutely, it'll be a great fight, a wonderful fight. So I'm just trying to make these plays, do what I can, and show this man how to actually do business. So as you see, I'm trying to go out and just be me.
If I was talking, listen, if your dad was out here talking like I'm talking, I'd tell my son to fuck you up too.
So we have Brian Norman here talking about Keyshawn disrespecting him. Shout out to the ring for getting this interview because I wanted to know, how you felt after Keyshawn said those things about him, said that Norman was trash and Norman was he wasn't that good and he was talking a lot of jibber jabber about Brian Norman and Norman fired, said we could fight on, do all the hoopla and stuff. And, Keyshawn, like I had in the intro video, he was one of the main people saying that he didn't care nothing about a world title or nothing like this. And this was rumored behind the scenes is that this is what Top Rank wanted and not wanted Devin Haney and Keyshawn. And somebody keep calling me. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Sheesh.
Your head is humongous. I'm not going to miss.
All right.
You tripping.
All right.
Yo, you is tripping.
All right.
All right, my bad. So yeah, that was kind of the thing, and they probably wants to strip Devin Haney. They want to strip Devin Haney and put the WB up for Norman. Norman and they probably want to put the WBO up for Norman and Keyshawn Davis. I mean, that's what I believe. No inside information, but I do know people behind the scenes were saying that that they wanted Top Rank wanted to make Norman and Key and all that type of stuff. So, but kind of getting to the main thing, the next topic about this shit. We started to talk about the rehydration, bro. It's always something. Keyshawn, I'm not Keyshawn, but Devin, Gervonta, Shakur Stevenson, they hide behind. First it was about money, then it was about money, it was about size of the streets, money, and then it's about now you weigh too much, and y'all they really clearly don't really understand what this shit boiled down to. Y'all don't understand what it boiled down to. What this actually all boils down to. It really boils down to the fact that it's one simple thing. They don't want to fight. These guys just want to be handed money. That's it. These guys just want to be handed money. That's it. They want to eat. If they can just sign autographs and get the same money and call themselves boxers, that's what they would do. That's all it boils down to. These dudes do not want to fight. It was never about the money. It was never about a rehydration clause. It never was about the sides of the streets. It was never about those things. It always was legitimately. It was always legit about they don't want to fight. I don't understand why participate in a sport. Why participate in a sport if you don't want to fight? They don't want to fight. Nobody that really wants to fight and love what they do, right, wants to do it once every 18 months. Nobody wants to do that. If you love what you do, if you like, I don't know, if you like going to Comic-Con conventions, or you like playing the game because you play the game once every 12 months, once every 18 months. If you like being a foodie because you go be a foodie once 12 months, once 18, they don't want to do that. It ain't even that they don't like to do what they're doing. They don't even want to do this. It just sounds cool. It was just, I'm 5'6". I don't get no bitches. I'm too short. I'm a lame ass nigga. I got beat up. This is my only way out. I'm too short to hoop. I'm too stupid to be a scholar. This is what it boils down to. You got a bunch of dudes. You got a bunch of dudes who don't like what they do. That's it. They don't want to be. I got told it was, enough money. It's just saying anybody that they don't like to do. People that like to do what they do. You have a teenager or whatever, and they want to go to a party, and their mom was like, "Well, I can't get you to the party. I don't know how you gonna get there. You can't go because you don't have a way." They gonna find a way. The only reason these dudes will end up fighting is because they poor, they broke, they need the money. That's it. That's the only reason these dudes are gonna fight. I'm telling you that right now. No two ways around it. So first it was the size of the streets, then it was no money. All that's been debunked. Now it's let's fight. The money there. Oh man, I'm a little guy, but. When Tank was at 126 beating up on little motherfuckers, at 130 beating up on little motherfuckers, when Shakur was at 26 and 30 beating up on little Valdez. You know what I'm saying? When all these dudes were big, they were bigger than them. There was no, I need a we need to do a catch weight or rehydration clause so we can even it up. No. If you're the best fighter, why do you need to be in the position of having an advantage? Why do you need, if you feel like you was better than Ryan Garcia, why did you need to drain Ryan Garcia? Shakur, if you always been better than little bro Devin Haney, why do you need to drain him? Go beat him where he at. Your mentor did it. Your mentor did it. He did. I told y'all, man, they just be talking, bro. And then it's even to the point where, okay, cool. Fight O'Shaquie Foster. He not asking for no rehydration clause. He ain't asking for no catch weight. He ain't asking for no insane amount of money. But guess what? Since there's no roadblock to O'Shaquie Foster, I'm just gonna operate like the female that I am, Shakur Stevenson, and ignore him. Because there's nothing I can hold on to. The money ain't the problem. The network ain't the problem. None of that's the problem. He just don't want to be. They don't want to fight. I told you that. That's just what it, boy. It done got nothing to rehydration clause and nothing. These dudes don't want to fight. And if rehydration clause ain't none of that the issue, guess what? I'm just going to ignore you and act like I didn't say what I said versus O'Shaquie Foster. It's as simple as that. They better not put these niggas in the Hall of Fame, bro. It's a damn shame if they put these lames in the Hall of Fame. It's a damn shame. It really is. Oh man, you too big. And if you that good, I whooped you in sparring. And if you did all that to a nigga in sparring, I'm pretty sure he wasn't nowhere. He wasn't at his fighting weight. He probably was way heavier than you. So what they got to do with anything? They don't have belief in themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Keyshawn talking about in the intro about more time. I ain't doing the same day weigh in with that for the IBF and all. I told y'all it's the same shit. This the same shit, bro. When it's them, I ain't doing no rehydration clause. But when it benefit them, he got to do rehydration clause and I want the belt, man. Dude, it's crazy. It's a crazy time we live in, bro. You got warriors who choose to be a warrior. They didn't get drafted into boxing. They didn't get drafted into boxing. Tell me I'm wrong. They didn't get drafted into the sport. They did not get drafted into. They picked this sport. They turned $15, $20 million. And then I seen somebody had posted Booth said that they posted Booth saying that Tank's the face of boxing. Like, I mean, if you want to say that, cool. But y'all want to say, well, Tank's the face of boxing and all that stuff. I mean, I really not gonna dispute that or I'm not gonna really dispute it. But how can the face of? I mean, where's the money at? Where's the money at? He can't come back versus Schofield because ain't no money there for him. I mean, what makes him the face of boxing? I would love to ask somebody. What makes Tank the face of boxing based off what? Because they told y'all he sell out a bunch of numbers? Come on. Because they told y'all he sold a bunch of numbers? Show me the pay-per-view numbers outside the Ryan Garcia fight. I'd love to see him. Real talk. I'd love to see him. Where's the numbers outside the Ryan Garcia fight? What did he do versus all the other pay-per-views? Nothing. They flopped. I can tell you that. They flopped. I mean, the face of boxing is somebody that, people are proud and they look up to. They generate money. I mean, really, would you want to be the face of boxing in this era? Just asking. Do you want to say, well, I'm the face of this bullshit ass era where nobody fight each other? Come on. He the face of boxing and he hasn't fought nobody. Am I wrong? He's the face of boxing and Tank hasn't fought nobody. He fought a drain Ryan Garcia. And let's not forget the face of boxing lost him on Lamont Roach. Am I wrong? He lost to Lamont Roach. He lost to Lamont Roach. And then, you go have to say he lost to Lamont Roach. He didn't even, or he got a draw or whatever. He didn't even rematch Lamont Roach. And it's the face of boxing.
Oh, but you know, he's a big name in the sport as well.
For
man.
sure. I think he a face of boxing because he entertaining.
Yeah.
You know,
he still bring him out.
Yeah, he bring him out. When you go to his fights or like a Floyd fight, it's more so like a concert or like a fashion show or like a like something like get together. Like it's entertainment. Like it's not like nothing.
It ain't
like,
even just hardcore fans. People just want to go
there's
out.
people that don't even know them, and they just going. They just going because they fighting in their city. Like and that's the great way to be because that's how you know you're a face of boxing or when you got random people coming out or super big celebrities coming out.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know you're a face of boxing. Like,
I get what he's saying. I definitely like comprehend what he's saying as far as that, but that's just an aspect of it. Because, that's an aspect of it, but where's the numbers to support it? Because if you really clocking that money like Tank clocking money, you're gonna be back in that ring. How you think Floyd ran up $1 billion? How you think, Holyfield ran up $300-400 million? How you think, Tyson ran up $500-600 million? I get what he's saying. Oh, the atmosphere, it's a crossover atmosphere, but that's just a small aspect of it. But in general, to a point where I would agree with him, everybody is mimicking what he's doing. Everybody's fighting nobodies for big checks. And, that's what Al Heyman started. He started paying niggas not to fight niggas. I mean, he's literally done it. He's paid Peter Quillen to drop his belt. He's paying these guys not to fight the guys on their side of the street, not to fight the guys across the street. And I really never really understood what benefit that was in boxing. I never understood the benefit of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing is about us, we're not gonna fight anybody. We're not fighting anybody. And I'm like, okay, how does that benefit? I'm just asking, how does that benefit the sport? Real talk, how does that benefit the sport? Let's not give people what they want to see. Let's just give them the worst low quality fights, and I'm gonna pay you high quality money. That's all I ask. How does that benefit? But basically, the point of this is this: when I talk about the Rehydration boys and all that type of stuff, the point of it is this. There's always going to be an excuse because they don't want to fight. If people want to find a way to fight, they will. They find reasons not to make fights. I think Shakur Stevenson proved that. I think Tank Davis proved that. And all these, and the dudes that talk the most spiciest, they don't do shit. They don't do shit. Just keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Tank Davis literally ducked Tevin Farmer. That should let you know everything you need to know. Tank Davis literally didn't believe he could beat Tevin Farmer. That's it. That's it. He didn't think he can beat Tevin Farmer. So if you think he can beat Devin Haney, you think he gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. If y'all fighters think kissing Tank Davis ass gonna get you a fight, only thing that's gonna get Tank in the ring is that nigga dead broke. That's the only reason he don't get in the ring with you dead broke. And you hear people talking about, well, he got rid of Calvin and all that shit boiled down to allegedly. This is me assuming. This is my opinion. Allegedly, whatever. Al Heyman ain't pay that nigga neither. Al Heyman, controlled Chris Blake. He said on the Dan, whatever dude name was on the Danza project, he said every time he paid Tank or Tank paid off to him, it came from Al Heyman. That's what he said. So if Calvin and Kenny ain't get paid, that was because of Al Heyman. Same thing with Errol Spence and Derek James. Or you need any other solution to that? Honestly. Come on. These niggas didn't even have control of their own money, bro. So do I think he wanted to move on away from Calvin and all of them? Because it's always an excuse. Because when Errol and Al allegedly did Derek dirty, he wasn't a good coach. He didn't do this. And that's what niggas do, man. They make up these stories. They find a reason to justify the whole shit that they do to you. If we had an agreement, you was going to pay me this money for this fight night, we did the fight, regardless of what the outcome was, you owe me the money. You owe me the money. Oh man, remember that time I let you borrow $1 at the vending machine when we was in school? You never gave me that. I'm not gonna give you your $500 or $1 million. I owe you. Niggas just be on some house shit. They do you dirty, but then they play victim and talking about, well, I ain't like how you did, man. You just gotta know human nature, bro. That's human nature. That's human nature, of course. Ain't no loyalty amongst this. They was raised by women, bro. Women don't have, man, a loyalty. Loyalty in a woman is a rare trait. That's straight up and down. Loyalty in a woman is a rare trait. You find a loyal woman, man, you found a good thing, bro. Probably found a good woman. These niggas was raised by women. They ain't raised by the masculine code or a men code. We already see him and Shakur ain't raised by a street code. So of course he ain't paid. He probably want. He gonna do Calvin dirty. These niggas all forget where they come from, bro. They all forget the people that did right by them. Oh, he just talked too much, and I don't like the way that he talk. And of course, you don't like the way that he talk or nothing like that. Of course, you owe the nigga some money allegedly. Mikey B. Broner he was super basic. He said Boots has his eyes closed when he throw punches against Lima Beam. He said even when Boots, with all the flaws, Boots said, I don't see him losing. I watched a lot of film and I don't see nothing special about you. Ain't watching enough film, then. You ain't watching enough film if you ain't see it. If you need to see something, there's nothing special about Bernard Hopkins. What's special about Bernard Hopkins? He's a good fighter. He's a good technical, but what's special about him? Come on, Paul Williams wasn't nothing real special. Paul was taller and bigger than everybody, but, you know, Paul Williams was just a dog. Margarito wasn't nothing special about Margarito before or with the hand wraps. You don't have to be special to win a fight. You just got to be. What's special about Tyson Fury? Ain't nothing really stand out versus Fury and Wilder. Wilder was the better athlete, better puncher. But it was Fury. That was Fury really a greater boxer? No, Usyk showed that. You don't have to be special. Y'all get caught up in speed and power. You know what I mean? People Chavez like fought that was faster than him. That he beat. That y'all just don't understand. But it ain't about that. You don't have to be fast or quick. You just have to be better at your craft. It's nothing. There's no special thing of boxing. There's simply the mastery of how good can you master your fundamentals. And I'll say this, Boots fundamentals is trash. Boots fundamentals is trash. Boots corner work is subpar. I'm going to just leave with that. Boots fundamentals is trash. Boots coaching is trash. I'm telling you that. And if Boots can't beat Xander with reputation, speed, and power, and it comes into a fight of attrition, it comes into a fight of skill and will, you're going to see what he made up of. Anton, Russell, and Miratala beats Shakur. I don't know. Devin and Loma is way more entertaining than all the Boots fights. I mean, Boots is an entertaining fighter. I do enjoy watching Boots fight. I do. I haven't even seen a bad Boots fight. I mean, I guess the Karen fight, but they still entertaining. Earl Power was non-existent in the buff. I think he never had no power, bro. He just was bigger than everybody else, man. I'll keep telling y'all that. Their power was never there. He was just bigger than them niggas that he had fought. When he started fighting niggas that's just as big as him, no diddy, like Sean Porter and all, you didn't see if power really matter. He dropped Sean. That was a good shot, but he didn't hurt Sean. Keep telling y'all that, bro. That nigga was just a nigga that sucked at 154, so they found a way to give him at 47, bro. I don't understand why y'all can't see that. He was never that good. They match made him the right way. He sucked down in weight. He was just had an advantage over people. Now that advantage is gone. Boots is the best email champion unified. Another great Gastion. We're going to see Saturday, bro. We're going to see Saturday. I don't see Boots losing on his birthday, do you? Tank and Devin will already be the bit. Man, they not fighting, bro. Wait, save your time. Tank had to be down to his socks and draws. Remember, Tank said he was dead broke when he fought Jose Pedraza. He didn't want to fight Jose Pedraza, but he was broke. He said, man, this nigga was so scared he didn't want to fight Jose Pedraza, bro. Stop. This nigga didn't Jay Hardaway. He didn't even want to fight Jose Pedro. He not fighting no Devin Hank. This nigga better be dead broke. He not fighting no Tank ain't fighting nobody, bruh. Tank ain't fighting nobody, man. That nigga be 32 in November. This nigga gonna try to fight Dean the Great for a check. He ain't trying to fight nobody. I keep telling y'all niggas that shit, bro. If you ain't doing it when you 25, 26, 24, 27, 28, 29, 30, that shit crazy and they young. He said Tank and Devin will be, man, if you think that fight gonna happen, shout out to you, bro. I heard Tank was knocking people out when he was a kid. Jorge Garcia and Boots beats everyone Boots fought in his arms when Mean Machine. Hey, where the fuck the Mean Machine been at? Where the Mean Machine been at? But Vergil's aggressive speed power. I thought Vergil was gonna knock out Boots. I ain't gonna cap. I had Vergil knocking out Boots if they fought. They ain't gonna cap. Oh, that cap. CJ picking him out. I don't even like Vergil Ortiz. But I thought he was gonna knock out Boots, honestly. Boots Liquors want to KO. Hope Boots deliver. He's been saying knockout. Man, anytime you can speak it, but anytime you go in looking for a knockout, man, it usually don't happen. Knockouts usually come to guys. But I mean, you had Tyson. Benavidez teach a combination. Tank too late to develop that. I think his son, I don't know what he teaches. I just think his son is just, on that shit, but an anomaly. Tank with Jose, finna be funny as hell if Jose don't get his money. I mean, man, that's between him and Hector. He gonna pay Hector. Them Coons pay them others. He gonna pay Hector extra. He gonna give him a bonus even when he lose. It's too late to teach Boots and Tank new teachers. I mean, Zayas has Angel Dundee reincarnated. Who in Xander corner? Who's Xander coach? When I first seen Earl fight, I knew he was a boardroom fighter. Devin about to be in another film. Man, of course. You ain't no Tank ain't fighting that nigga, man. That nigga Bill wasting his fucking time. Tank, man. Man, you believe in Tank, man. Mean Machine can be around. I ain't seen Mean Machine in years, my nigga. I don't know. Tank fighting Pillow Fist Devin. He wouldn't fight Devin. Pillow Fist Tevin. Man, he ain't fighting no Devin, Tank, Tevin Campbell. Can we talk? I'm ready. None of them. He said Mean Machine gave Bud a better fight. Most styles make fights, and I'm pretty sure Bud ain't approached that Mean Machine, that Arrow fight like he approached the Mean Machine fight. Earl got hit in the head once by Larley and boiled down to 47 with the expeditiously. Boots got who dropped Boots? Didn't somebody drop Boots? Drop Boots on his motherfucking ass. Drop Boots on his motherfucking ass. But hold on, man. I forgot to talk about this. We're gonna talk about Vergil in a second. Hold on, y'all see y'all nigga Earl? Man, this nigga. A nigga doing it for a check. You should be getting it. Getting what I getting is good. That motherfucker out here, man, the way the nigga shaking, you thought he was an ass. Earl out here looking, man, maybe that nigga just like, he just playing around. I wouldn't even trip. Maybe because it's a girl holding the pads. Yeah, man. Pack this nigga up. Pack this nigga up, man. It's over. It's over. Tim Zoo don't win. Zoo should be exiled out of boxing. Erase his box rec. Erase Australia. Yeah. This nigga done, bro. This nigga done, bro. This nigga done. I like the Nikes he got on though. When my New Orleans nigga said, man, this nigga done, bro. That nigga in straight street fighter. What he call Sean Porter. This nigga never pick a nigga with a leg sleeve to win. Maybe he just playing around. This nigga rap, bro. It's a rap, bro. This nigga It's a rap, bro. This nigga look old as hell, bro. Nigga got some shit hanging from the back of his head and shit, man. It's a rap. This nigga rap. It's a Rizzy. pack that Earl up. Pack that Earl up. Boo style is tailor made for boo. Man, Vergil gonna touch that chin. Touch it, baby. Watch it, touch it, man. Vergil was gonna knock the fucking shoelaces out of Boots. He's gonna knock Boots the fuck out. Mark my words. Boots was gonna catch Vergil. I think Vergil was gonna knock Boots out. That's just my opinion. But really, man, that nigga was ruined before that. They hid Earl Spence. They match made Earl Spence to be here. It's over with, bro. His wheel over skin never been. I ain't trying to hear all that special effects shit y'all was talking. Oh man, Xander ain't got no. Nah, Earl ain't gotta be special. Man, pick a side, man. That nigga cooked. That nigga. Man, Jamila, beat the shit out this nigga right now. He said, Jamal has all the time in the world. Man, nigga, please. Bud, dear Earl, like Jetty kissed it. This nigga done. This nigga cooked. This nigga finito in the sun. This nigga overcooked hot dog bun. It's a wrap. So what? I put my prediction out there. What does it matter? You keep bringing it up. Put the predictions I had right up. You Boots better not lose. You gonna change your name. Just like a lot of them Earl niggas changed their name when he got packed the fuck up. Come on, man. This nigga getting packed up. Tim Zoo about to light this motherfucker up like Christmas in July. The Earl channels activated like a Winter Soldier. Man, nigga done, bro. This nigga was a hype job. Every PBC fighter was a hype job. Not named like Lara. All the other fighters that fought on P, that was original P, all of them was hype job. No disrespect, Marcus Brown. I guess you could say better be at if you want to really consider him a PBC fighter. Lara better be at. I mean, all the niggas was hype job. Leo Santa Cruz, the Russell brothers. Who else you had? Benavides, that motherfucker's in hype job too. He scared of better BF and be ran the. I ain't never seen a nigga run a cruiserweight, bro. Keith Thurman, hype job. Sean Porter, I put him. He was solid. Danny, hype job. The Charlos, hype job. Caleb Sweet Cheeks Plant, hype job. Who else you had? Shit, all them niggas. Adrian Broner, hype job. Oh my god, man. Them niggas, Ugas, hype job, nigga driving Uber now. He said Champ Side say Tim Zoo is fool. Man, that nigga don't know shit about boxing, bro. These niggas just regurgitate with everybody. Everybody, oh man, Earl is this. And Earl, man, Tim Zoo is about to pack this nigga up like baloney. They about to pack this nigga. They just saying that because people say, oh, Tim Zoo not that. Neither is Earl. There's no gap there. Like, prime for prime, Earl was just a nigga that squells down to 47, bro. There's no, like, he was never a superior fighter, bro. I just don't see what people see. He beat up an old Lamont. He struggled with Sean Porter, bro. Like, come on, man. You telling me Tim Zoo couldn't have had the same competitive fight with Sean Porter? Absolutely. Probably would have beat Sean Porter. Easier. There ain't no difference, bro. One nigga just squalls down to 47 and one guy stayed at 54. And I leave people and I ask people like Champ Side this, right? Which I would never have a conversation about boxing with that nigga. I don't not know real boxing. It's just never it's like fucking Rayman having a conversation with our Albert Einstein outside of fucking counting cards. Could Errol Spence do what Tim Zoo was doing to Sebastian Fondor in that first fight? Let me ask y'all that. The way Tim Zoo was piecing up Fondor before he hit his elbow, his head hit Fondor elbow, because that's what happened. Wasn't that Fondor elbowing him? Can Errol Spence box like that? No. Errol Spence don't have them type of skills to really, the way Tim Zoo was beating on Fondor before he got cut, Errol Spence ain't got them skills, my nigga. He ain't got them skills, bruh. That's why he got packed up by Bud. Every mistake he made, throwing the right hand, throwing the left hand, squaring up. Don't know how to get his head off the line. All that shit, man. Tim Tszyu is about to, Tim Tszyu about to put 4th of July fireworks on that boy head. They said Danny going into the Hall of Fame, man. Everybody getting the Hall of Fame. CJ going into the Hall of Fame, my nigga. And I'm going in there, man, with these niggas, man. It's a damn shame. He said, man, when Earl get packed up, these niggas, Tim Tszyu on steroids. And Earl, they gonna knock that nigga out of his head. That nigga probably coming, he gonna quit just like Danny Garcia did. He probably coming back to fight for free, bro. He coming back to fight for free just like Danny. That's why Danny Garcia did what he did versus Lara. Allegedly, that nigga fought for the frisky. I can't stand CJ, man. That nigga be hating. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Let's talk about Vergil Ortiz, right? So apparently Vergil Ortiz trying to slide back up in this thing, right? He trying to get back on there. Jump on and ride it. He trying to come back and slide. I mean, there was never no beef with him and Golden Boy. That nigga didn't want to fight Boots. You know, should nobody purchase a Vergil Ortiz fight or nothing, dog. He left out the sport to duck Boots. And now that the coast is clear, now they want to come back, or he going to take 2 or 3 tune-ups. You know, now he want to come back. They never had no beef with Vergil. Ortiz simply hid out until the Boots and Xander fight basically resume. That's all. And if Xander win, you going to see, I'll fight Xander next. I don't need no tune-up. I guarantee you that. If Boots win, that nigga, I'm fighting Karen Trucker-Chin at 54. I'm telling you. I'm fighting Karen Trucker-Chin at 54. I'm telling you, if Boots come back, if Boots win, this nigga, I'm going up to 160. I'm going up to 160. I'm telling you, I'm going up to 160. If Xander win, I'm fighting Xander next. I'm telling you, if Xander win, he fighting Xander next, bro. No cap. No cap. If Xander win, he fighting Xander next. That nigga, I'll fight Xander tonight. Tonight's tonight, baby. Come on. Mexicans ain't moving the right way. Niggas ain't moving the right way. Puerto Ricans, Xander, the only Puerto Rican around here, he moving the right way. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy as hell. All of a sudden, Xander back. We just had, it wasn't no misunderstanding. There wasn't no misunderstanding. They understood that Xander they didn't want to make the Boots fight, so they started a fake beef, so they ain't have to make the fight. That's as simple as that. It ain't even. It's not more complicated than that, bro. It's not more complicated than that. Believe it or not. These new fighters, you could just talk about Tank, how Shakur move. You can put Vergil Ortiz in there, dog. This is what I said when Turkey came in. This shit got to go back to the way it got to go back to it being. You know, it got to go back to ground zero. These niggas fighting for super chats. It got to go back to fan-funded fights, bro. It got to go back to eat what you kill. Eat, basically, get what you earn, bro. All this, I'm fighting this bum for this money. That shit got to be over with. That shit got to be over with. That shit got to be over with, bro. These dudes literally got to be put in a position, if you don't take this fight, you don't eat. That's just what it got to be that way, bro. And Vergil Ortiz, it doesn't surprise me none, bro. Every time his dad was asked about him fighting somebody that the fans wanted to see, aka a threat. We ain't doing that. He about 30 years old. So, at the end of the day, it's just all about tricking the fans and fighting fights that you're gonna win, and then telling the fans how good you are and trying to get to that multi-million-dollar fight. That's all it boiled down to. That's all it boiled down to. Tricking the fans until you get to that top fight. and then cash out. They don't think they're gonna win those top fights. It's nickel and dime and then cash out. It's nickel and dime and then cash out. That's it. So if you think it's anything different, more different than that, no, it's not. They didn't have no beef. It wasn't no misunderstanding. The understanding was we ain't fighting these niggas, man. We don't want to fight them. Battle of two broken orbital bones in Australia. Xander's going to 160 after Boots fight. Maybe they'll fight at 60. I mean, he's so basically you're saying Xander about to lose, which that's probably about to happen. Xander about to lose and say, well, I can't make 54 no more, and this is why I lost to Boots. I was drained. So that's probably what you about to see. I had a tough time making weight. So, niggas gonna come with that excuse. But if he win, he said, he going for Sebastian. But if Sebastian didn't want to fight you a year ago, do you think Sebastian want to fight you now? No. Sebastian Fondor is going to be on a rice pudding diet. He gonna be fighting all old motherfuckers. He gonna smell like icy hot and rice pudding on his resume. So what's good? I want to see Boots. I want to see how well Boots really is on fight. Me too. He look a little drained to me, but I don't really play them games. Yeah, he look a little drained to me. So he look a little like he's a horrible dress. He look like a fucking vagabond, bro. He look like a straight up bum. He look the clothes he wear, bro. This nigga ain't gonna be no star, man. Nigga dressed like a 3-year-old. Like no diddy. Nigga dressed like a 3-year-old LGBTQ plus member and shit like that. Boy. Me and my mom let me dress myself today. I'm gonna come to school as a superhero. Like what? Abdullah Mason, Albert Bell. That's a tough fight. I'm surprised. Mason must have been beating on Albert Bell in the amateurs or in the gym before. Because to be honest, that's not a fight I would like to see. But Mason make. But Bell is a tough fighter. But Abdullah Mason, what happened with George Cordina? He talked all that shit and then pulled out. He had an injury. But that's a tough fight, bro. That might be an upgrade. Cordina got power. I don't know much about Cordina. He might be power. Bell like the boxing move. But I tell you this, even if Bell win this fight, Top Rank ain't gonna let Bell walk away with that belt. I'll tell you that right now. Albert Bell is a really good, a good fighter, good fundamentals, but he not aggressive enough. So Albert Bell is not gonna win that fight regardless. I'll tell you that right now. Albert Bell is not gonna beat Abdullah Mason unless he can find a way to stop Abdullah Mason. He's not going to beat Abdullah Mason. I can tell you that right now. If he went 12-0, they gonna rob the fuck out of Albert Bell. Garcia beat Conwell and Abbas beat Tellers and Zayas beat both of them. Yeah, Carlos Conwell, is a good fighter. Boots finna fire. The man Boots ain't gonna fire the patriarchy of that family. He ain't gonna fire his dad. Nah. But let me get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. Stay black. Don't do crack.
If I was talking, if your dad was out here talking like I'm talking, I'd tell my son to fuck you up too.